I came home early and found my wife in bed with her boss. She screamed, "It's a strategy meeting." I said, "Carry on." I locked the bedroom door from the outside and called her boss's wife to come join the meeting. The screams when she arrived were deafening. I, 36 male, got off work early yesterday. Project deadline got pushed. Boss told us to head home at 2 p.m. instead of 6. First time in months I've left before 5. My wife, 34, works in marketing at a mid-sized tech company. Been there 3 years. Her boss is some hotshot VP who transferred in about 6 months ago. She's been working late a lot recently. Big campaign launch, she said. Boss wants everything perfect. I get home around 2:45 p.m. Her car's in the driveway. Weird, but whatever. Maybe she's sick. Walk in the front door. Hear noises from upstairs. Not sick noises. My brain's trying to convince me it's something else. TV maybe. Or she's exercising. But I already know. You just know. I go upstairs. Our bedroom door is closed. The noises are very clearly coming from there, and they're very clearly not the TV. I open the door. My wife is in bed with a man I recognize from her company holiday party last year. Her boss. Both naked. Very much in the middle of things. She screams, he scrambles. I just stand there. "What are you doing home?" she yells, grabbing the sheet. "I live here." Her boss is trying to put his pants on while still in bed, falling over. It'd be funny if it wasn't my marriage imploding. It's a strategy meeting. I blink. A strategy meeting. Yes, we were discussing the campaign launch and things, it's not what you think. Her boss finally gets his pants on. Stands up. "Listen man, this is a strategy meeting," I finish. "Yeah, I heard." My wife's crying now. "Please, you have to understand." "You're right," I say. Very calm, weirdly calm. "I should leave you to your meeting, carry on." I step out, close the door, then I lock it from the outside. Old house. Previous owners put slide bolts on the outside of some doors for some reason. Never understood why until now. Our bedroom has one. We never use it. I slide it closed. Solid metal bolt. Immediately pounding on the door. "What are you doing? Let us out." "Finishing your meeting," I say through the door. "Don't mind me." I go downstairs. Grab my phone. Look up her boss's name on social media. Takes maybe 2 minutes to find his wife. She's got her profile public. I find her number through a mutual connection on a professional networking site. Turns out she works at a company I used to contract for. Small world. I call her. "Hello. Hi. Is this the boss's wife?" I use his name. "Yes, who is this?" "I'm the husband of your husband's marketing manager. I'm at my house right now. Your husband is here, in my bedroom, with my wife. They're locked in there. I thought you might want to come join their strategy meeting." Silence. "Excuse me? Your husband is sleeping with my wife. They're in my bedroom right now, naked. I locked them in there. I'm calling you because I think you deserve to know and see." "Is this a joke? I can send you my address. You're welcome to come verify." More silence. Then, "Send it." I text her the address. She lives about 20 minutes away according to her profile. "I'll be there in 15, she says. Hangs up. The pounding upstairs has gotten louder. My wife is screaming now. Her boss is yelling threats about calling the police. "Go ahead," I yell up the stairs. "Tell them you're trapped in my bedroom in my house after sleeping with my wife. I'm sure that'll go great." The pounding stops. Guess they realized that wouldn't look good. I sit on my couch, put on TV. Wait. 13 minutes later, doorbell rings. I open it. The boss's wife is standing there. She looks furious and terrified at the same time. "Where are they?" "Upstairs. Bedroom. They're locked in." She doesn't wait, just pushes past me and runs up the stairs. I follow. She gets to the bedroom door, starts pounding. "Open this door." Her husband's voice. "Honey, what are you? Open it now." "I can't. He locked it from the outside." The boss's wife looks at me. I shrug, slide the bolt open. She throws the door open. Her husband and my wife are both dressed now, sitting on opposite sides of the bed like they're in timeout. The boss's wife just stares. Then she laughs. Not a happy laugh, a scary laugh. "A strategy meeting," she says. "That's what you told him?" My wife is crying harder. "I'm so sorry. Not you," the boss's wife snaps. "You're nothing. Him." She points at her husband. "You told me you were at a client meeting. I was going to. This was just..." "Pack your stuff," she tells him. "Now. We're done." "Honey, please. Now." He looks at my wife. Like she's going to help him. She's just sitting there crying. The boss's wife turns to me. I'm divorcing him. I'm taking everything. His lawyer will be in touch about our assets. I suggest you do the same with her. Already planning on it. She nods, looks back at her husband. You have 10 minutes to get dressed and get out. Then I'm calling the cops and reporting you for trespassing. This isn't our house. I don't care. Move. He moves, grabs his shoes, his jacket. My wife tries to talk to him. He ignores her, just leaves. The boss's wife follows him out, stops at the top of the stairs, looks back at my wife. You're fired, by the way. I'll make sure of it. Then to me, keep all the evidence you can. Photos, texts, everything. My lawyer will want copies for my case too. She leaves. I hear her car peel out of the driveway about 30 seconds later. My wife is still sitting on the bed, crying, not looking at me. You need to pack your things, I say. Where am I supposed to go? Not my problem anymore. Please, can we just talk? No, you have 1 hour. Then I'm calling a locksmith. I leave the bedroom, go downstairs, call a lawyer I know from work, leave a voicemail explaining I need a divorce attorney ASAP. 45 minutes later, my wife comes downstairs with 2 suitcases, eyes red, makeup ruined. I'll stay at my sister's, she says quietly. Cool, I'm sorry. Okay. Can we please? No. Get out. She leaves. I lock the door behind her. Then I sit on my couch and just exist for like 3 hours. The lawyer calls me back around 7 p.m. I explain everything. He says document everything, change locks, separate finances, and don't talk to her without him present. I do all of that. Locksmith comes at 9 p.m. Costs me $200. Worth it. That was yesterday. Today, I'm sitting here writing this because I don't know what else to do. Update 1. 4 days later. This got way more attention than I expected. Thanks for all the support and advice. Here's what's happened since. Day 2, Wednesday. My wife called me 30+ times, left voicemails ranging from crying apologies to screaming accusations about trapping her and her boss. I didn't answer any of them. Forwarded everything to my lawyer. She also texted me 80+ times, same range of emotions. One text said I overreacted and embarrassed her in front of his wife. Another said I ruined her career. I responded once, talk to my lawyer, his contact info is in my email to you. That set her off worse. Got another 30 texts about how I'm destroying our marriage by refusing to communicate. Lady, you destroyed our marriage when you slept with your boss in our bed. Day 3, Thursday. The boss's wife called me, asked if I had any evidence she could use in her divorce. I said I had photos of the scene, took some on my phone before letting her in, timestamps, metadata, everything. She asked me to send them to her lawyer. I did. She thanked me. Said she'd been suspicious for months, but he'd convinced her she was paranoid. Said she's going after him for everything, house, savings, his pension. Said she makes more money than him and has a better lawyer. I believe her. Also Thursday, I got a call from my wife's sister. She's been letting my wife stay with her. You need to take her back, she said. No. She made a mistake. She's devastated. She made a choice, multiple choices, over what I'm guessing was months. It was 6 weeks, the sister said. Then realized what she admitted. I mean, 6 weeks. Good to know. Thanks. Wait, she didn't tell you. She told me nothing because she's been dodging all questions through her lawyer friend she hired yesterday. She can't afford a real lawyer. Not my problem. The sister started crying, told me I was heartless, that my wife needs me, that she's not eating or sleeping. She should have thought about that before screwing her boss in our bed. I hung up, blocked that number too. Day 4, Friday today. My lawyer called. My wife's lawyer friend sent over initial divorce papers. She's asking for half the house. I bought it before we married. It's only in my name. Alimony for 5 years, half my retirement accounts, her car that I'm making payments on. My lawyer laughed. Actually laughed. She has no grounds for any of this, he said. She committed adultery. You have proof. She's getting nothing. What about the car? Title in your name. Yeah, I was paying it off as a gift. Title hasn't transferred yet. Then it's yours. Stop making payments. So I did. Called the loan company. Stopped the auto pay. That car's getting repossessed from her sister's driveway in about 2 weeks if she doesn't take over payments. Which she can't. Because she just lost her job. Oh yeah, that happened too. Her boss got fired Thursday. Apparently his wife has connections on the board. She made some calls. He was terminated for inappropriate workplace relationships and creating a hostile work environment. My wife got fired too. Same day. HR called it termination for cause due to violation of workplace ethics policies. She called me from a different number, screaming about how I got her fired and destroyed her life. I reminded her I didn't sleep with anyone at her workplace. She did that herself. She hung up. Called back 3 minutes later crying, begging me to make this right because she can't find another job with a termination like this on her record. I told her to talk to her lawyer friend about it. Hung up. My lawyer's filing our response papers Monday. He's asking for full ownership of the house, the car, and all retirement accounts. He's also asking that she pay her own legal fees and any costs associated with her staying in the house, utilities, etc., for the months before the divorce is final. Will we get it? I asked. Most of it, yeah. Judge will probably give her something small, but with the evidence you have, she's not getting anything close to what she's asking for. I feel nothing. Like I should be sadder or angrier, but I'm just tired. My wife's sister called again from another number, told me my wife is having a breakdown and needs help. She needs a therapist and a job, in that order. She can't afford either. Again, not my problem. The sister called me every name in the book, said I'm vindictive and cruel for going after her when she's already down. She went after herself. I'm just making sure she doesn't take me down too. You trapped them in that room. They trapped themselves. I just delayed their exit by like 20 minutes. She could press charges? For what? Locking my own bedroom door in my own house? Good luck. She hung up. Probably calling back tomorrow from yet another number. The boss's wife texted me, said her husband is living in a motel. Said her lawyer told her that between the adultery proof and the job loss, she's getting the house, both cars, and 60% of their joint assets. Said thank you for calling her. I said, no problem. Glad I could help. People keep asking if I feel guilty about calling her. I don't. She deserved to know, just like I deserve to come home to a faithful wife in my own house. Update 2. 2 weeks later. Final update, because the divorce is moving forward and my lawyer says to stop posting details online. Fair enough. Week 2 was a mess. My wife apparently tried to fight the termination with HR, claiming it was retaliation for reporting sexual harassment. They pulled the security footage from the office showing her and her boss leaving together multiple times, going to extended lunch meetings, and exiting the same conference room for hours at a time. HR's lawyer sent her a cease and desist, said if she continued making false claims, they'd countersue for defamation. She dropped it. She also tried to move back into the house, showed up with a locksmith, claiming she still had rights to the property. The locksmith asked to see her name on the deed or lease. She couldn't provide it. He left. She sat in her car outside for 3 hours until I called the police for trespassing. The cop who showed up was surprisingly cool about it, checked the property records, saw only my name, asked her to leave. She refused, said it was her house too because we're still married. The cop explained that without her name on any paperwork, she had no legal right to enter without my permission. Asked her to leave again. She started crying and yelling about how I'm abusing her by making her homeless. The cop looked at me. I showed him the divorce papers and the evidence photos from the bedroom incident. He looked back at her. Ma'am, you need to leave. But I have nowhere to go. That's not his problem. You need to leave or I'll arrest you for trespassing. She left. Drove away screaming. Her sister called me again. Different number, I've blocked 5 now. Told me the wife is suicidal and it's my fault. She needs professional help, not me. You're her husband. Not for long. And she stopped being my wife when she slept with her boss. Everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes are forgetting to pick up milk. Adultery is a choice, multiple choices. The sister called me a bunch of names and hung up. I blocked that number too. The wife tried a different approach. Sent her mother to my house. Her mother knocked on the door for 20 minutes, crying about her baby girl and how I'm destroying the family. I didn't answer. Just watched through the window camera on my phone. Eventually she left a note on my door. You're breaking my daughter's heart. Is your pride worth her life? Please call her. She loves you. I threw the note away. My lawyer filed our response papers. The judge granted a temporary hearing for this past Thursday. Both sides had to appear. My wife showed up looking rough. No makeup, sweatpants, hair a mess. Her lawyer friend looked even worse. Turns out he's not even a family law attorney. He does contract law, completely out of his depth. My lawyer shredded them, presented all the evidence, photos, timestamps, witness testimony from the boss's wife, employment termination records showing cause. The works. The judge asked my wife if she had anything to say. She cried, said she made a terrible mistake and never meant to hurt me and wants to fix this. The judge asked if she disputed sleeping with her boss in our marital home. She said no. Judge granted me immediate sole possession of the house, the car, and froze our joint accounts pending final division. Granted a temporary restraining order, keeping her at least 100 feet from my property. She started sobbing. Her lawyer friend tried to argue. The judge cut him off. Your client committed adultery in the marital home with her employer, got caught, lost her job, and now wants her husband to financially support her through the consequences of her own actions. That's not how this works. Next hearing is in 60 days for final asset division. We left. My wife tried to follow me to my car. My lawyer blocked her path, reminded her about the restraining order. She backed off, got a text later from another unknown number. I hope you're happy. You've destroyed everything. I replied, you destroyed it. I'm just not cleaning up your mess anymore. Blocked that number. The boss's wife called me yesterday. Her divorce is almost final. She's keeping their house, getting 70% of their savings, and her ex has to pay her $2,500 a month in spousal support for 3 years. He's still living in a motel, trying to find a job. Nobody wants to hire a VP fired for workplace misconduct. She thanked me again for calling her that day. Said it was the push she needed to finally leave him. I said I was glad it worked out for her. She asked if I was doing okay. I said I'm getting there. Truth is, I'm still processing it all. The anger comes and goes. Mostly I just feel relieved, like a weight's gone. She was always demanding, always needed something, always had drama. Now it's just quiet. Final hearing is in 2 months. My lawyer says we'll get everything we're asking for, maybe minus some small concession the judge will give her to make it fair. I don't care anymore. I just want this done. My wife's sister sent one last message yesterday. You won. She has nothing. I hope you can live with yourself. I can actually, really easily. She made her choices. I just stopped protecting her from the consequences. Final update. 3 months later, divorce is final. Happened 2 weeks ago. Judge gave me the house, the car, all retirement accounts, and 80% of our savings. My wife got 20% of savings, about $4,000, and her personal belongings. No alimony. Judge said the adultery and her employment termination for cause negated any claims to spousal support. She tried to argue she can't find work. Judge said that's a consequence of her actions, not grounds for alimony. Her lawyer friend tried to bring up me locking them in the bedroom as evidence of abuse or something. My lawyer pointed out it was my house, my bedroom, and I delayed their exit by less than 30 minutes for the purpose of notifying another affected party. Judge didn't care about that argument. Final papers were signed. We're officially divorced. She cried through the whole thing. Her sister was there, glaring at me. The mother wasn't there. Apparently she's too heartbroken to watch this. After the judge signed the papers, my ex-wife tried to approach me. My lawyer stepped between us, reminded her about proper communication channels. She backed off, got one final text from her afterward. I'll never forgive you for what you did. I replied, you don't have to. We're done here. Blocked that number. Haven't heard from her, her sister, or her mother since, which is how I want it. The boss's wife's divorce also finalized around the same time. She sent me a message saying she's moving to a different state for a fresh start. Wished me well. I wished her the same. Her ex-husband apparently found a job in sales. Big step down from VP. Heard through mutual connections he's still paying her spousal support and struggling financially. He moved in with his parents at 45 years old. As for me, I'm doing fine. Better than fine, honestly. Sold a bunch of furniture my ex picked out, bought new stuff I actually like, repainted the bedroom, got rid of that horrible mauve color she insisted on. It's now a normal gray, much better. Picked up some hobbies I'd let slide. Started playing guitar again. Joined a softball league with some coworkers. Actually have free time now. Work's going well. Got a promotion last month, the one I'd been working toward for 2 years but kept missing because I was always dealing with my ex's latest drama or crisis. People ask if I'm dating yet. Not really interested right now. Maybe eventually. No rush. Someone asked if I regret how I handled everything, specifically the locking them in the room thing and calling the boss's wife. Honestly, no. Could I have just left, filed for divorce quietly, avoided all the drama? Sure. But would my ex have faced any real consequences? Probably not. She would have spun some story, played victim, probably gotten more in the divorce by claiming I abandoned her or something, and the boss's wife would have never known. Would have kept living with a cheater, kept being lied to. So no, I don't regret it. My ex made her choices. She chose to have an affair. She chose to do it in our house. She chose to lie about it when caught. She chose to try to blame me for overreacting. I just made sure she couldn't escape the consequences, and that someone else who deserved to know the truth found out. The sister sent one final message last week from yet another new number. She's in therapy now. She says she understands what she did wrong. She wants to apologize. I didn't respond. Don't care. She can work on herself all she wants. Good for her if she does, but it's not my problem anymore. I'm not her safety net, not her plan B, not her emotional support system. I'm just a guy who came home early one day, found his wife in bed with her boss, and decided right then that I wasn't going to let either of them walk away without facing consequences. And honestly, I sleep better now than I have in years. The house is quiet. The drama's gone. The constant demands and crises are someone else's problem now. Some people think I was too harsh, that I should have handled it differently. That calling the boss's wife was cruel. Those people can think whatever they want. They weren't the ones who got cheated on. They weren't the ones who came home to find their marriage destroyed in their own bed. I did what I needed to do. Protected myself. Made sure the truth came out. Let the consequences fall where they belonged. And now I'm moving on with my life. Finally. To everyone who supported me through this, thanks. To everyone who said I went too far, I respectfully disagree. To my ex-wife, if you're reading this, I hope you figure yourself out. I hope you learn from this. I hope you don't do this to someone else. But mostly, I hope you leave me alone. We're done here.